What's up? What it do, y'all? So we finna chop it up and spread it out for it to be no doubt left on the table. You know what I'm saying? I really wanna get this home. It's been on my mind all night long. You know what I'm saying? It's been things that I went through yesterday that guided me to this video today. You know what I'm saying? And before just talking about it or getting a full, clear understanding of how I felt and bringing clarity to y'all, I wanted to read a little bit, and I wanted to see, like, you know, different situations in the Bible, different people, are just parables in the Bible, and I came across parables that innately relate to my story that I went through yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, you got people, places, and things, man, and your principles. You know, certain places, certain people. You know, your principles, if they're not connected to your morals, you know what I'm saying? If they're not connected to your download, sometimes you'll miss out. You know what I'm saying? Time will go by and then you'll catch up to what you missed out on. Like, oh, I didn't see that in that person. Or I didn't know that person was able to do that. And that's on the contrary to how I live my life or how I like things to be done. So what am I supposed to do when that happens? Do I just totally cut this person off? Because we've all made that mistake before. We just cut people off, right? Am I supposed to stick around and help grow them? Or am I supposed to stick around and help grow myself? Threefold thing. You know what I'm saying? People, places, and principles. It's always a threefold thing. Anyway, 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and in me, I will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. And with the temptation, you will also be provided a way of escape, that you may be able to endure the temptation, right? So with your ability and with your understanding, you should be able to read situations. And if it needs to be an escape in that situation, you know what I'm saying? So you can garnish self-control, so you can harvest, you know, all your energy and not let somebody else steal from you. You know, he provides the ability to escape this temptation. Now, what does that mean? It may be different things for you. But that's going to all come into full circle. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. 2 stories yesterday that happened, and that first one, that 1 Corinthians 10:13. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story off of that, man. So let's read Job 14:1. Man who was born to women is few of days and full of trouble, right? So you few of days, you full of trouble. You was born into a woman, you're gonna have troubles, right? Piggyback into the story. All right, James 1:2. Count it all joy when you meet trials in various kind, right? Isaiah 57:1. The righteous man perish and nobody knows why. Devout men are taken away and nobody understands, for the righteous man is taken away from calamity. Now, being taken away, right? Being taken away, right? Being an upright man. And you may have shortcomings that other people can see, but they also see the light. And you're also spilling his word. Even though you have shortcomings, you also care about others. You're empathetic. You know what I'm saying? You're a doer. You're a righteous man. You know, but calamities come. And when those calamities come, it rains on the just and the unjust. Things will happen. But these places, if we're not principle sensitive with these places, those calamities could easily attach themselves to our lives. And case in point, so yesterday, and this is not to say that people are terrible. This is just to say that your parameters, your principles won't allow someone to get so close to where they're able to do something to hurt you, right? And even if they're not maliciously doing it, or whether they're maliciously doing it, your perimeters and parameters will not let them get so close to where they can do it to you on a point and a plight of a level to where you are feeling strifeful, you are feeling angry. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay on top of your principles with these places and these people. First case in point, one of my guys, right? Hopefully we still friends. Yesterday, there's a particular woman that I've met. little older woman, and we make transactions together, you know, as far as like foods go, as far as like money goes. Me, this guy does too. And the fact that that's like that with me and her relationship, and we all live in the same apartment complex, I thought to myself it'd be nice, you know what I mean, to involve my boy into it. We get back, we go to her house, you know, and I could feel a change. She's playing a Mozzie song. I'm a lyricist, so I'm writing some raps. One of the guys went with my guy. They outside, you know, smoking a cigarette, whatever. They come back in, and he wants to adamantly change the beat. But I'm writing something to this, and I'm almost done. We change the beat. He changed the song. Right to this, bro. And because I haven't explained that I'm really, when I focus, I don't need to take my focus off and have no other kind of lyrics or nothing. I got my own lyrics popping in my head. Now, whether he knows that or whether, because sometimes Satan can want to stop you from just progress to things you say you're going to do. And even when you get there, you might be able to change whatever you did, but the progress was you said you was going to do it and you got there. So either he's being used and didn't know it, or whether he just wanted me to write to that beat. It was a throw off for me. All right. So later on, I go down to, and I left. I went to go run, and see me come back on my run. And that's what I used to do before I moved up here. I just moved up here about like 2 months. I just met all these people. I used to work out and run all the time. And yesterday in my heart, I was feeling like, damn, I'm being around these places and these people. I have stopped doing my full potential as far as going to the gym every day, as far as taking my daily runs. I've done caught cases. And this is not who I am. But he ain't going to put more on you that you can bear with the ability to escape the temptation. So, if you've already been through some things and then you're going through some things again, I'm pretty sure it's time for you to escape certain areas, right? Get away from certain people. Come back on my run, whatever, right? We're still cool. But I had to break free from the area and go do something positive to get my mind off of what I felt that someone else was doing. You know, people gonna do what they do. And sometimes it's not even malicious. Sometimes it's just for them. And that's not a bad thing. You know, but when it makes you feel some type of way, and maybe you could be the bad person because you're feeling some type of way, it's time for you to escape however you can through those feelings. Get out of those feelings. Get away from those feelings. Escape the feelings. I had to go work out without explaining it to anybody. People be liking you to explain things. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. What you need to do is take care of yourself. So, flip side, go down to one of my lady friends' house, right? Another lady friend of mine. But this situation, this area, this place, you know, she has a baby's father. They're not together anymore, but they live in the same area, not the same home, same area. And then there's tons of people outside, right? She's swore me down he wasn't there. So eventually, with pulling up and scoping the place out, then I actually went in there and peeped the place and seen it was just all good people out there. But there was one individual when I pulled up, gentleman, Caucasian gentleman. And, you know, when you get a look, sometimes you got to pick up on it because those looks are spirits. And they're there to be a new devil on this new level that you're at. So now you're coming to this area, which you never really come out and, you know, do all that because of out of respect for the other father. You know, you want to be disrespectful. And that right there, righteous man could be taken away from calamity because a righteous man is not following the path of righteousness. So now he's putting himself into a situation where he can be taken away and nobody understands why. Isaiah 57:1. Nobody understands why because he was not following the ways of the righteous. He fell to calamity. So anyway, me knowing that, me not really wanting to be down there, as soon as I get out the car, this man's inside now. I double back and turn around. This man's inside now. The one that was giving me that spiritual look that I knew he was a tempter of spirits. But it was for me to escape if he did do what my eye knew that I've seen before. You got to keep up with what you've seen before. If you've seen this in somebody else's face, it's probably trying to reinvent itself again in front of you so you can fall to calamities. So I walk up. As soon as I get into the field, where all the kids are playing and all the people are, somebody is smashing up the street going about 100. That was already a sign right there. They see, when you go through so much, you start paying attention to all the small signs. All the small signs make sense for you to understand what's recollecting in your mind, your principles. These people, this place you shouldn't even be at because you already know why you shouldn't be there. The people here are cool, but they may go back and tell somebody something. You know what I'm saying? You got to think full circle, thoroughly think, critical, thorough thinking. So lo and behold, I already felt uncomfortable because that car went flying up. And it was a red flag. It wasn't because I was uncomfortable. It was a red flag. The Lord sent him up that street going fast like that. I know I shouldn't even be over there. Red flag. Secondly, the man comes out and, you know, one of the ladies I was there for, they're having a conversation that made me feel uncomfortable. Maybe I read more into it, but their conversation made me feel uncomfortable. And right then and there, I just left. Went back home, made me some food, went to sleep. Now, am I wrong? Am I right? Time will only tell. But I do know it's saying the scripture about escaping. It's saying the scripture about calamities. We do know it says these things. We do know that it says when you face obstacles of various kind, count it all joy. But it also says escaping. And then it says up here, it says a man who was born is going to have many days of trouble, right? And then it also says God is faithful. So he's going to give you the red flags you need when they come. He's going to open your eyes, but are you going to see them? Somebody got mad at me the other day. I said, I apologize for not needing glasses to see. Are you going to see what the Lord is showing you? I'm about to cut this short, man. I just want to tell y'all that people, places, and principles you need to be sensitive to. They're red flags, they're telltale signs, they're alarms or alerts that we'll gravitate to and will prevent things from being taken from us as far as energy goes. Y'all have a beautiful day. Lord bless it.